G'day, this is Michelle from Oz, and this is my PowerSeries Beginner Bass Lessons number 1A. Now, we're going to get straight into the thick of things. In lesson 1B, I will explain the various parts of the guitar, the pickups and stuff like that. But just for now, I think it's really nice to get straight into the thick of things and get learning to play this lovely instrument called the bass guitar. Now, we've got 4 strings on this particular guitar. There's some guitars that have got 5 strings and some that have got 6 strings, but I'm going to concentrate basically on the 4-string guitar because that's what about 95% of people are using. Starting on the thicker string, that's the 4th string, and that's the tune to E. Then we've got the 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string, which is a G string. So we've got E string, A string, D string, and the G string. Now, we're going to concentrate today on getting used to moving around on the right hand, and we're going to concentrate on basically using these 2 fingers. Now, there's various other methods of using your fingers to pluck the strings. You can use a plectrum, some people use the thumb, but I don't recommend using the thumb at this sort of stage because it doesn't get you around on the guitar very quickly. We're going to concentrate on using the alternate fingering, using these 2 fingers, 1st and 2nd finger, and we're going to start this exercise by plucking on the 3rd string, which is the A string. Now, let's just have a quick look at the detail about how to pluck the string. You pluck the string and then rest it on the string behind it, like this. So you get a nice clean note and you rest on the string behind it. So you pluck the 3rd string and you rest on the 4th string for each pluck. Okay, so this particular exercise starts with 4 on the 3rd string. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we rest the thumb on the pickup closest to the middle of the guitar, which is called the middle pickup. When we pluck on the 2nd string, we reposition the thumb onto the bottom string, which is the 4th string, and we do 4 on that on the 2nd string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is 4 on the open G string, which is the 1st string. Reposition the thumb back onto the pickup and do 4 on the bottom string, which is your E string. And basically what we're trying to do, we're not fretting at all with the left hand, we're only plucking with the right hand. We want to get you used to moving over the various strings on the bass guitar. So this is how it's going to sound in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, reposition the thumb. Reposition the thumb onto the pickup. Reposition the thumb. Now, what I suggest is get a practice regime in place where you're practicing at least once a day, and you're trying this exercise, or practicing this exercise, probably at least for 1 or 2 minutes, just to get used to using and moving over the strings with the right hand. Generally speaking, I think it's worth having about a 5 or 10 minute practice session a day. The more sessions you can do, but slightly less in time, the better, because it gets you used to the finger coordination, finger-brain coordination. And be careful not to overdo it by over-practicing. If you over-practice, you tend to get blisters, and that's no fun, and you've got to stop playing for a couple of days. Okay, now exercise 2 is a piece that I learnt quite a few years ago, and it also starts on the third string, the A string, and let's go through this one with you. So we're going to use the alternative finger method again, but we're going to fret with the first and second fingers at this stage. Okay, just want to get you first and second finger used to being fretted. Now when you fret, you need to fret around about between halfway and just behind the fret itself. So anywhere between here and here is pretty cool. If you fret too far back, it's going to sound mushy rather than a nice clean note like that. There. So the sweet spot is between halfway and just behind the fret. So let's have a look at this particular exercise. We're going to start on the open A string, 2 notes. Then we're going to fret on the second fret, 1 note. Back to the open A string. Fret on the third string with the second finger, 1 note. Back to the A string. Go up to the open D string. And then finish on the third fret on the A string, which is the C note, like that. So this is the way it's going to sound when you've mastered this one. Okay, now for those of you who remember the original Blues Brothers movie, you might recognise this particular tune. Now this is the completion of exercise 2. We're going to look at this in more detail in another lesson, lesson 2A, and sort a few little problems that might occur because of the way that you're playing. But thanks for listening. This is Michelle Vowitz and Uru. Bye for now.